Hello, this is South Florida Milsim, and this is my loadout video. First off, I'm going to say that a lot of people with their loadouts, they do impression loadouts where they're copying military units such as Army Rangers, Navy SEALs, any unit. They copy them, get all the same gear that those guys use. My problem with that is that a lot of times those loadouts are good for those units and everything, but in the airsoft world they're kind of impractical and not very they're not very efficient. So I call my loadout more of a practical loadout. Everything I have on my plate carrier and all of my gear is specifically for airsofting. Like, I don't need a bunch of pouches to hold food or huge med kits because I simply don't need any of that. So I consider my loadout a practical airsoft loadout. A lot of military units use some of the stuff I use, but it's a whole different world. So I choose stuff that's practical for airsoft. Now I'm basically just gonna start out, talk about my uniform, clothes, boots, and everything. Then I'll go into my plate carrier, battle belt, and helmet and talk about each of those. Now, first off, I have a pair of Rocky C4T training boots. These boots are extremely light. They weigh just a little bit more than your average tennis shoe. So I can move really quick. They dry out fast when they do get wet, but they're very comfortable for long periods of time. Next, I have the Emerson Gen 3 combat pants with the Gen 3 knee pads. I really love these. They are cheaper. The quality isn't as good as some other pants, but they work and they're not falling apart on me. Next, for my combat shirt, I have a massive multicam combat shirt. These are really nice. They're really lightweight and thin, but they're still extremely strong, and the stitching is very good. And this shirt, it works perfectly for the environment we have in Florida, where it's extremely hot and very muggy. This lets a lot of airflow go through and keeps everything really comfortable and cool. Next, for eye protection, I usually wear Oakley flak jackets. These things, even though they're just normal sunglasses, they form a really good seal around the bottom. The glasses are actually touching my skin almost all the way around my eyes, so there's no chance of BBs getting in or any of that. And also, they're extremely durable. You're never going to have problems with them breaking or anything. One other pro to these glasses is I almost never have any fogging problems. I can go all day without ever fogging with these glasses, so these have just worked perfectly for me. Next, we're going to go into my plate carrier. As a base on my plate carrier, I have the Emerson JPC, modeled after the Cry Precision JPC. It's a really good replica. It's very durable. Everything, the stitching is pretty good. I haven't had any problems with that. Going into the mag section, on the outside I have a triple Blue Force Gear mag pouch. I really like these because you don't have to worry about elastic straps and everything, taking the time and energy to move all the straps to get your thing out. You just reach and pull it out and you have no problem with that. Now in the back, it comes with a Kangaroo Mag Pouch integrated into the plate carrier, but inside of that I have Kydex inserts so that when you stick the mag in, it locks in and it's not coming out. It's really firm in there and it has good retention, but when you need it, you just pull it out and you have no problem getting that out. And then also you don't have to have the straps holding everything in. Now, I just have a cheap single point sling that I've integrated through the shoulder straps and into the back of the plate carrier. So all of that's tied in. You don't feel all that extra weight of the gun pulling on your shoulders. It's just integrated all in there, and you can switch between either shoulder really easily. Now I just have a small American flag patch, and I do carry a lighter because a lot of the games we have around here, we use mortars or whatever where we're launching fireworks off, and you need a lot of times to light the fuse on those. Now coming around on the side, I have a Baofeng radio on here. This, you have tons of different channels, and it's just a really good radio. So you have that in there, and hooked up to that I have a Z Tactical push to talk right down here. It's out of the way, works really good. This just comes around and plugs into the radio and then works up into my headset that's on my helmet. Now coming around to the back, this is a Condor hydration pack. Originally it extended down about 3 or 4 more inches to the bottom, and it also is very wide when you originally get it. It's normally about this big, but what I did is I cut off some of the bottom, re-sewed everything. I cut about 4 inches off the bottom. Then I used the straps that you could originally use as backpack straps. I cut those and reuse them as cinch straps to cinch everything down. So when you have water or extra ammo or whatever, this whole backpack is really small and lightweight. Then I also have a hydration bladder inside and a tube going around to the front, so I have plenty of water to drink on these hot days in South Florida. So another thing I did forget when I was going over my uniform, I use Mechanics Impact gloves in Coyote Tan. These gloves are really good. They're really low profile, so they don't have those huge baggy fingers and everything. You could still use small switches and everything. And they have the really good knuckle protection, so you're not slamming it on a door frame or tree or whatever you're going through. Now on to the battle belt. This is a Condor battle belt. Now a lot of people give Condor they really trash Condor and say they're really cheap, they're really bad, but this is a really nice battle belt. I haven't had any problems. The stitching is really good. Everything is holding together great. I don't see the need to spend $100 on another battle belt that's going to do the same thing as this. This thing is really held up and is really done well. Now on the battle belt I have a WE Glock 17 with a Surefire flashlight. I also have an upgraded fiber optic front sight, extended slide stop, and an extended magazine release. This pistol, again, it's a little on the cheaper side, but it's worked really well. So this is my sidearm. I also have the sidearm in a custom Kydex holster, and also 2 magazines for the handgun on the side, so you could do speed reloads, and also 1 speed reload M4 magazine in a Kydex pouch as well. Now moving around to the back, I have a Condor dump pouch. This is a little on the cheaper side, but it works. Nothing's falling apart. Everything's been working good. I've never had any problems with it. So that concludes my battle belt. Now moving on to the helmet. This is a Emerson OpsCore Fast helmet. This thing is really nice. The quality on this thing is really great. It's very durable. As you can see with all this stuff hanging off of it, the rails are really strong. I don't have any problem with the stuff falling off. It's all really good. Now on the helmet, first off I have a GoPro on the front with a metal GoPro mount installed into there. Coming around on the side, I have with the adapters to put on the rail, the arc rails on the side, I have a Z Tactical MSA Swordens on the side. So these things have held up really well. I really like them with the rail adapter, so you don't have the band on the inside squishing down your head on those long hard days. So these headsets have really worked well. I also have a flashlight just mounted onto the rail. It's nothing special, but it gets the job done. It works great. I also have everything dummy corded down and tied on, so if anything were to bang against it and knock something off, it's all attached on there. I also have a War Sports bungee retention system on here. I have it weaved through all the holes, and on the back I have it attached to my Revision Desert Locust. So that'll hold all this down, and the Desert Locusts are also attached with bungee cords to the side, so I can just flip it down, have it all integrated onto the helmet, no big straps or anything getting in the way, and I could use these goggles if I need to. I also have a custom made call sign patch on the side and a IR flag patch on the other side of this helmet. Okay guys, in conclusion of my loadout, again I'm going to say this is just all practical stuff. I don't have extra stuff on here that I don't need. I like to keep it as practical as possible. With all the heat around here in South Florida, I like to keep everything lightweight so it's not adding bulk and extra heat. So it all ties together to be just a really nice loadout. I can run around all day, not be tired, not be overheated, and everything's there where I need it, when I need it. So this is my loadout. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.